Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Yoyis and I'm a lash artist in Las Vegas, and this is episode 12 of my Lash Babies Killing It. So in today's video, I got the chance to sit down with Brie. Her name is Brittany, but she goes by Brie. She is the sweetest. So she is a lash tech in the Bronx. Talked about the struggles of being a new lash artist and the struggles of lashing curly lashes. So if you have any issues with lashing curly lashes, then this is the video for you. You want to hear what we talked about. So if you want to hear what me and Brie had to talk about, then just keep on watching.
I got my lows, I got my highs, moving them close to my goal. Time is now, place is here to rise, filling the holes on my soul. I see, I like, I go, I get, no one can hold me back. I see, I like, I go, I get, go, I get, go, I get, go, I get now.
Oh, there we go.
Habana.
Yes.
Hi,
Perfect.
how are you?
Good, and you?
Good, good. Nice to meet you.
Nice to finally meet you after taking.
Yes, I'm so sorry. I was like all over the place.
That was a mission,
I'm
huh?
like, I moved so quick.
Aw. So how'd it go with your client? What did she need? What was she getting?
It went, she actually was getting I don't know, she was getting a volume set and the eyebrow tint. So I
Oh,
put the eyebrow tint and I was like, okay, 15 minutes, let's go. I'm like, let's take it off. I was like rushing because you have to leave it on for at least like 15 minutes for it to really like set in and
yeah.
catch the color. So
Uh-huh.
I was like all over the place, and she came late. Her appointment was for 12. She got here late, so I'm like,
Oh no. Oh,
we all have like those clients who always just,
yeah.
they
Like,
don't
they don't know
always
what it
walk.
means to be, on time.
Yep. I have a
Aw.
few of those.
Okay, so is your name, you go by Brie, right? But your name is Brittany?
Yeah, my name is Brittany. Most people call me Brittany. Most people call me Brie. You can call it whichever you prefer.
I like Brie.
Yeah, it's too right, me too.
Okay, Brie, give us a little background, introduce yourself. Where are you from? How long have you been lashing? Give me a little history about yourself.
Okay, well, my name is Brittany. Like I said, I'm 27. I am a mom and a full-time lash artist.
Mhm,
I started lashing. Well, I did my certification January,
mhm.
so at the beginning of this year, but I didn't really take it serious until about, I would say, July.
Okay.
That's when I actually like started. Okay, I'm gonna really get into it because when I first started, I thought it was just okay. You get certified and now you automatically know how to lash.
Mm-hmm.
Like you take this course and you automatically just you're a pro at it. But once I actually started working on models and on real people, I'm like, okay, this is not what I thought it was. So it did take me some time to get like the hang of it, and I didn't want to just start lashing and just give anybody just anything. I wanted to make sure I was giving all my clients the best. So
Yeah.
it just took me a while, and in July it's when I actually like I was working at a nursing home and I took my last paycheck because I always knew that this is what I wanted to do. So I took like my last paycheck, I bought all my products, and I was like, okay, let's do this. And I just kept practicing every day, every day, every day. And your videos helped me
Aw.
a lot. So that's really how I got into it.
Mm-hmm. So it was till after quarantine or after COVID. Well, during
Yep,
that time
that's when
when you're like,
I
okay,
have people
now or never,
looking good.
Oh, so you're
They were
still,
quarantined, but their lashes were like done.
I know all my girls came back needing a full set. I was like, no.
Yep.
Oh.
They still want it to look good.
Hmm. So you pretty much have only been lashing for a couple months now, like full time, a couple months now.
Yep.
So what are
Hmm.
some struggles that you went through those first few months? Because I feel like the first few months are the hardest, to the point where you want to give up because we really don't know what we're getting ourselves into until we're finally doing it, you know? So can you give us a
Yep.
little?
Yes. So my issue, my biggest issue, were timing and placement. So my main issue was like placement, as to where like I would place the lash, but it wouldn't, especially with my classic sets. Like I would place the lash, and once I'll be done with the set, like I'm like, well, why aren't they like all straight? Why aren't they, why are they all over the place?
All
Why
over
are
the
they?
place.
Yes, that
Yeah.
was like my main issue. And also timing. Like when I would go to Lash Tech to get my lashes done, I'm like, why does it take them 1 hour to do my classic set, but it takes me 3 hours to do a classic set? So that was like my main issue. And then I just had to learn that, it's on my timing. Like it's I'm still learning. So it is a struggle. So I just have to just be patient, and practice make perfect. So I honestly still take my time. I have gotten a little quicker. That's something I'm still dealing with. But those were like one of the biggest like problems I had. Like I was just like, what is going on? And
Yeah.
then of course I was signing on Instagram, and I'm like, everybody else, their sets look so perfect. They look so perfect. And then I saw a post one time that it said lash artists only post their good work. Like
Right.
nobody posts their bad work. So I'm like, you know, but with time, like I feel like I'm still, I don't even have a year in. So I feel like I still have so much to learn. Like lately I've been working a lot on my pinching method,
Mhm.
but I still feel like I still have, it's so much to learn still.
Yeah. Even me, I still have a lot to learn. There's always new techniques, new methods that I want to try out. And it's like,
Yeah.
it's our job as lash artists to keep learning and keep growing, because it's
Mm-hmm.
not, oh, you reach the top and that's it. Like, no, like even lash artists that have been doing this for 20 plus years are still learning new ways to do
Yep.
it, you know? And it is true, you know, as a beginner lash artist, you tend to doubt yourself because
Yeah.
all you see is beautiful work. That's all you ever see. And it's true, like I'm one of those too that, oh no, that picture's not good enough. I'm not gonna post it, you know?
Oh my God. It's always like, I'm gonna take 1,000 pictures. Lay this way, open your eyes, close it. Okay, now blink. Okay, it's like it's always something to
Yeah.
get like the perfect. And then after you take a whole bunch of pictures, it's only like one or two that you end up actually liking enough to
Yeah.
post.
So it's, I mean, I understand why, because even I was like that, like in the beginning, like all I would see was like beautiful pictures, and I'm just like, wow,
Hmm.
like when am I gonna be that good, you know? And it is a struggle. I think that's one thing too, is that as a beginner lash artist, is not to compare your day one to somebody's day 100, you know?
Hmm.
Because it's all about experience. As the years go by, your work is gonna improve, you're gonna get better. Honestly, within 1 year you're gonna look back and you're just like, I used to lash like that. That's my work.
Hmm. I do that now. Like
Uh-huh.
compared to like my very first model, like I would use my cousin every week. Like I'll be like, okay, come on, and I'll remove the ones I did a week ago and then redo it.
Start
And when I look
over.
at pictures, I'm like, okay, now I see. Like because if I still would have been doing lashes the way I was doing it before, I don't think I would have like any clients at
Anything,
all.
yeah. Yeah.
So
It's
it is
true.
a big difference. It
Yeah.
is.
Even if you keep doing it, you'll start improving week by week, day by day. And next thing you know, you're gonna be so good that somebody's gonna be asking you, how did you get there? You know,
Yeah.
why are you so good? And it's true, it comes with the territory. Like you're only as good as how much time and effort you put into your work.
Yep.
So I wanted to ask you, what are your goals for the next 1, 5, 10 years? Like, where do you see yourself going?
Actually, I've been thinking about this for a while. So here where I live in New York, in the Bronx. We have so many lash techs, but in order for us to get like lash supplies, we have to order. There's nowhere around here that we can like go and like, okay, can I just pick up a tray of lashes, or can I pick up some tweezers, or can I, So my main goal is I actually want to open up like my own little store where I would do like lash supplies, like sell my own brand of just a variety of lash supplies, where it's not like, if I have, there's been times where I have an emergency and I'm like, okay, I
Yeah.
have no point sevens, or I have no 15, and I'm like, okay, now what do I do? So
Uh-huh.
now I have to reschedule because I have to wait for, if I order it, whether it's whatever website, I have to wait for them to ship it.
Couple
So
days
I
in a
do
week.
like yes, that's the
Mhm.
thing I have, where I want to like my own lash supply store, where I would do it online and also like available for pickup if it's nearby area. And I also want to teach. Like I cannot wait to get to that. Like I have my iPad, I have like notes and slideshows and everything that I've just made, like, but
Mhm.
I want to get to a point where I feel comfortable teaching before I do it.
Yes.
So that's like one of my main things. Like I want to teach someone my craft, like the way I do things, the way, because it's everybody teaches differently.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody teaches differently. Some
Yes.
people teach better than others. Some people, and I just want to be able to teach somebody the same way that, somebody taught me,
Mm-hmm.
or better, because I still feel like here and there I think to myself like, oh, I want a refresher's course, or I want to take another course, and it's good. It's so good to take so many different courses. So before I teach, I just want to make sure that I have like all my, everything, where it's like not perfect because nothing is perfect, but where I feel like comfortable, like, okay, now I can do this. So
Yeah.
that's like really two things that I see myself doing in the near future, but I'm hoping it like I can do it.
Oh, that's so exciting. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
I
I
can't
could
wait. I want to
That's so cool. Yeah,
do
I
that.
love that idea that you already know that there is no one in your area that provides lashes or
Yes, but
supplies,
there's so many lash techs.
Yes, like there is like here in Vegas, I think the main provider here in Las Vegas is Live Lash. And if I
No
run
fun.
I know
I look good.
I could easily drive down there and get some supplies, But
I wish.
yes, I
I
know
wish.
how easy it is having,
Hmm.
those resources. So that would
Yeah.
benefit a lot of girls in the area. And especially if the
Yeah.
quality of your products are bomb, girl, that's gonna
Hmm.
for you.
Like, yep.
And there's never enough trainers out there. I feel like some trainers are not meant to be teaching and they're teaching, and
Yeah.
girls that are so
I
good,
feel a lot like
you
that.
know. So
Hmm.
yeah, I think that's definitely a great idea. The fact that you already have a vision and you're so new in the industry and you already know
Yes.
what you want to do, where you want to go, those are goals right there. And
Yeah.
the fact that you're like the way that you talk about it, it shows that this is really what you want to do. And I'm so proud of
Hmm.
you. Aw.
It is. Thank you. It is.
Uh,
One day in like
one
a
day.
year or two, I'm like, look, hey, I'll send you some of my product.
Yes, I would love that. uh, okay, so do you have any funny stories or crazy stories that have happened to you?
I have so many.
Well,
Like I have so many. I just don't even know. Like with like even the glue. Like I oh my god. Okay, wait. One time one time I was lashing, like I think I was just starting. Yeah, I was just starting, and it was like one of my very few clients. Like I know her, she's one of like my mom's friends, and she's like, I want a really natural set. And I'm like, okay, so I have the glue ring, I had like the glue ring on. And sometimes when we're like something falls, and you're just moving your hand, you have the glue ring on, and I swear, like she's like, what is that? And I'm like, when I look, like it was like all the glue ring like was like little drops all over, like
oh,
dots. They look like little freckles. And I was like, I
no,
wanted to cry. Like I wanted to cry so much. And I'm like,
no.
and I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to do. And then I was just like, okay, so they have their eyes closed so they can't see. So
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I was like, I just like the glue ring, it tilted and it got a little bit on you. I'm just gonna put like a little bit of the remover on your face. And she's like, I'm like with the micro swab, like she's like, it's there. And I'm like, it's only a little bit, like, oh my god. And then I had to take like I took one of those lint free wipes and I'm like scrubbing into it and it would not come off. Like it
Yeah.
did not. Like when they're thick little drops, you can easily just peel it
Peel
off.
it off.
But when
Yeah.
it's like really thin, it did not want to come off. And I was just
No.
like I don't know what to like. I was like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. I also have like this thing where whenever I get like curly lashes,
Uh,
I cry a little bit inside. Anytime somebody comes and I automatically look at their lashes and they're like all over the place or
yeah.
curled, or I turn around and I'm like like I cry a little bit and then I'm like, okay, get it together. You have to like, come on, let's do this. Like
Yeah.
it curly lashes are like my biggest thing. Like I always cry a little inside. I
Yes.
can't. I can't. I'm like, now what do I do? Especially when they want classic. Like, why do you want classic? Your lashes are everywhere. Why do you want classic? Like, why? They're gonna be like, I'll be like, well,
I
they're gonna be
know.
like wispy or something because
Yeah.
that's like my biggest thing.
That's so funny because I just
Yes.
recently got, and it's funny because the same day I got two new clients and they both had curly lashes. And that day I went to bed so stressed out.
Yes.
And I
Yep.
was like, and I was like hoping and praying. I was like, I hope that will come back. But they've been coming back.
Me, that's me when they're like, hey, I need a refill. I'll be like, I'm like, well,
I'm busy.
like it's
Yeah.
I that was my biggest problem. Like even when I first started lashing, like I would like just be like, okay, what do I do? Like I would be so every time I got like a new client, when I first like started showing off my work and I would get like a new client, I would before they even walk through the doors, I would be like, please, please let her have good lashes. Like please let her have good lashes because I can't. Like
Yes.
it's that is like still that's still like I feel like that's a struggle for everybody.
For everybody, yeah.
Curly lashes. Like even I've watched a few videos like that tell you like explain to you how to work on curly lashes and they're like, okay, we'll just follow the base of the and I'm like, well, I am following and it still
But it's
goes
going
this
that
way. So
way.
what am
What am I
like
supposed to
what am
do?
I supposed to do? I can't hold this straight because I'm isolating. So
Yeah.
I can't like curly lashes are just I'm like mm-mm.
Okay, and it's funny. It's so funny that you're bringing that up because I just had a girl message me on Instagram giving me this whole explanation of why she was ready to quit. So she barely got licensed or certified a month ago, and she's only been practicing on her mannequin. And she got her first
Okay.
client, and her first client had curly lashes, and she sent me pictures, and I was like, "That is horrible to get your first client like that." Like
I would have cried.
you could only imagine, like as a beginner, you don't know
I would
what
have
you're
cried.
doing, and you get like really bad lashes. Like, oh my god, I feel so bad for her. But I feel like when it comes to sets like that, the best thing you could do is breathe, honestly,
Yep.
is breathe, because if
And
you,
just do your best.
yeah,
Just do
exactly,
your best.
if you put yourself
Because
in
you
that
can't tell
situation,
them like I can't lash you.
yeah,
That's
no,
not good. So it's like just do your best, do what you can. And I feel like sets like that, they actually motivate like some like when I'm done, I'm just motivated.
yeah,
Like I'm
I
motivated.
did
Okay,
that,
I did it.
yeah,
I did it. It's done.
hmm,
It took me a little longer and I was stressed out, sweating and just aggravated, but I did it. So it's like it's a big I feel like if you can lash on curly lashes, then
You're boss, yeah.
you can do it all. Like you can do it all.
Exactly. That's exactly what I told her. I'm like, the fact that you got that as your first client, like imagine if you conquered that. Imagine what you could do with straight beautiful lashes. Like imagine, you know?
Yep.
And I mean, I understand because sometimes I get clients like that and I'm just like, why? But
Why?
it's part of the process, you know, nobody's lashes are ever gonna be the same, you know?
Yep.
And it makes us good lash artists. If you know how to do curly lashes, then that means you're a badass lash artist. I mean, it's part of the process to struggle, especially.
I've seen I saw like one time it was I forgot I think it was an Instagram post and like the girl she was explaining that she had went into like a lash salon, like I guess it was like a lash place, and they told her like that they couldn't lash her because her lashes are too curly. And then the girl like she was just like ranting on about it, and she was like, and this lady she tried to tell me that I would have to get a lash lift for like a lash perm first so that my lashes can be straight and then the lashes can be placed on there. Like she was like, they are so rude. I'm never going back there again. How dare them tell me like and I'm like,
It's messed
yeah,
up, you know?
it is
Yeah.
because I feel like even though they're curly, like unless you have like zero lashes and then you have like no lashes at all, but I feel like they could have lashed. Like her lashes didn't like she was showing them her lashes did not look that bad. So like after that, like I remember going like to certain like I think just certain pages and some people actually do like perm their lashes before getting lashes done.
Yeah.
And I was like,
But that's an extra service. It's unnecessary.
exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what? I didn't even know that it was like a thing. Like I just thought there was lash lifts and then lash extensions. Like I didn't know you can because I know they tell you don't perm the lash extensions, but I didn't know like you could perm yours before the extensions.
Uh-huh.
And it's like I just feel like that's too much on your lashes,
Yeah.
like altogether.
Yeah.
So it was just I remember now that we're talking about that, I remember seeing that video and I felt so bad because like she was like, I felt disrespected. It was so rude. Like she's telling
Yeah.
me my lashes aren't lashable, and she's like, I've gotten them lashed before, so, and I was just like, it's everybody's different. So
Yeah.
some places are,
And you know what's crazy that you bring that up is that those two girls that I was telling you about, one of them, she would get frequently like her lash extensions, but she would go to a salon, and when she came in, first of all, they were classics and they were like all over the place, you know? And I looked at them and they were just like glued onto each other. They had multiple lashes on one. And she's been going to this place for a while now. And I was like, what did they do?
why?
And then she's all like that she actually found me through YouTube, that she found my videos because she was interested in how you do lashes, because she would always request a hybrid set. She wanted something fuller, but they wouldn't give
Yeah,
it to her, and they would tell her, no, we could only put classics on you because of your lashes. And so when she came into me, she had beautiful healthy lashes. You could do a hybrid set on her, even a volume set, you know? And
yeah,
I was like, why would they tell you that you could only get classics? Like, I understand your lashes are curly, but we can achieve that, you
they're
know?
not. Yeah,
And
yeah.
so I had to take them off and then give her a full hybrid set. And the look on her face was like, what? Like,
Oh my God.
she's
Yeah,
never gotten that done. And she would request and they would never give it to her. So she's been coming back, like, frequently. So it made me happy that I was able to do that for her, knowing that they would always turn her down because of her lashes. And it does suck because some women have no control of that. That's just
yeah.
how naturally their
That's it.
lashes are. And as you as a lash artist, even if you are new and don't know how to do it, you got to give it your best and give them what
Yeah,
they want, unless you really know that it's not possible. Their lashes are really bad. They're
yeah,
thin, they're small, there's no possible way, then yes, turn them down. But if
of
that's what
course.
they want, they're paying you, then you have to do your best to make them happy.
hmm I
So
love that feeling. That's the best feeling ever. Like
yes.
here we have, I don't know if everywhere has them, but here we have like the eyebrow threading places and the nail places. They also provide lash services, but they do like
The cluster.
$25 lashes, which is
Yeah.
the cluster.
Mm-hmm.
I've had about maybe 10 clients that come in and they're like, okay, I need help. Like, I need help. It was one girl, I took her lashes off and I didn't know like where to start. Like, I didn't know where to start. I didn't know. I think I used like half the bottle of remover. I didn't know.
Oh.
I was just like, I had to sit down and like really think
Prepare
like, what
yourself.
am I, because it was hurting her. So like, it would hurt her even like when I like try to put the remover on, she was like it's
Oh
hurting.
my god.
And a piece like in the inner corner, a piece of like the lash with her lashes were
Oh.
like hanging, and then it was pulling on her eyelid like right here, and she's like, I don't want to pop my lash because I feel like it's gonna hurt me. And
Yeah.
I'm just
No.
like I didn't know what to do. So
Oh.
once like I removed it, it took me about, I kid you not, it took me like 40 minutes to remove those lashes. Like 40 minutes, because I had to like remove one layer of glue and then another layer of glue, and I removed them. And when I did her set, she was like because she wanted the same, the hybrid set. When I did it, she was like, wow, like I don't feel anything. I feel like it's my lashes.
Yeah.
Like they are so lightweight. I don't feel, when you put those on, like you can see it. You can literally like see the lash.
Yeah.
So once I did those on her, she felt so much better. And I was actually glad that a lot of her lashes like didn't come off, because I thought she was gonna end up with no lashes.
Oh
Like
yeah.
I literally thought like they were all ripped off, but her lashes were still like pretty long and pretty, healthy and thick. So I was like, okay, because I warned her from the beginning, if all your lashes are off, I cannot lash
Yeah.
you. Like you would have to wait till they grow out,
Hey,
and
oh,
then,
yeah.
and it's crazy how I don't understand how people can do lashes like that. Like I don't know why some people do it. Like there's someone around my area that a lot of people that have went to her have came to me,
Mm-hmm.
and they're like, "Oh, she does my lashes in like 30 minutes." And I'm like,
Is she putting a whole strip on there?
I was like, there's no possible way, because just to take down the lashes, it
Yeah.
takes like 10-15 minutes, and then to prime, and then dry, and then like taking off the tape, and I'm like, 30 minutes? No way. I'm like,
Yeah.
no way. How? Like,
Yeah.
how? It's crazy.
Yeah, it kind of sucks that a lot of girls that are used to going to salon, they don't know the difference. They think that that's what lash extensions should be,
Hmm.
you know? And it's crazy that when they actually go to a professional and they see how
Hmm.
long it takes, they're like, why does it take so long? This girl does this, for this amount
I've
of
gotten those questions.
yeah, but when they see the difference, they're like, oh, okay, this is how it's supposed to be. This is why it takes so long. This
Yeah.
is why it costs so much, you know? And
Hmm.
I wish girls would actually take the time to research what is right and what is wrong.
Before.
Because
Hmm.
they're putting themselves in that situation that if they go to a nail salon and they put on clusters, that could potentially ruin everything for them because then they're never gonna trust a professional, you know? And I mean, it does suck that people are still doing that. I mean, we're in like 2020, get with the program, you know?
Like, hello.
Hello.
Yes, I don't understand. When I go to my eyebrows, I still see people like, and I'm like, why? Like, why?
Yeah.
I remember for my birthday, I had gotten my lashes done with my lash tech, and I went to like do my brows, and the lady, she's like, "Oh, who did your lashes?" And I'm like, "Oh, one of my friends, she's a lash tech." I'm like, "I'm also a lash tech," and she's like, "Well, you should try us one day. We do them so nice." And I'm
You didn't even
like, I just
touch
look
her?
like, I'm like, "Yeah, sure, I'll come try it." Like, yeah,
Yeah,
I
okay.
was just looking at her like, okay, because
Uh,
I know, like, I know what it's like. Mm-mm.
yeah. And they get you like that though. When you get your nails done and you get your brows done, they get you like that, you know?
Yeah.
And if you really don't know what lash extensions are, that they got you.
Of course, $25 sets, $15 sets, your
Uh,
lashes can, and then like the pictures, the posters that they have for eyelashes are like individual, like actual individual lashes. So I'm like, they look nothing like that
yeah.
when they're done.
Yeah.
Nothing like that at all. Like,
It's fake advertisement.
yeah,
That's what they're
exactly.
doing. Okay, so do you happen to have any questions for me before we finish off today's chat?
Yes. How long have you been lashing?
I've been lashing for 2 years.
2 years?
Yes, I'm not a professional girl.
Okay. But it's like your work is so good.
Thank
It
you.
really is so good. Like, it's great.
Thank
Do you
you.
have like any advice like for beginners? Like,
Um, well, don't give up for sure. I think for me in the beginning, like I had my mindset that this is what I was gonna do. And even on really bad days, I had to remind myself that it's part of the process. You know, we all struggle, and even to this day I still struggle, you know. But it's part of the process with anything you do in life. If you're a beginner, you're gonna suck at it in the beginning, you know. But as long as you keep practicing every single day and you put in the work and you make yourself, how do I say it? I think your mindset has to be on point, you know, because if your mindset is not on point, then this is not the job for you. Like if you're not patient enough to do this, then this is not the job for you. I feel like a lot of girls come into this thinking that, oh, I'm gonna do lashes and I'm gonna make so much money off of it. But it's a lot more than just doing lashes, you know. This, I feel like to me, doing lashes is an art. I love what I do so much that I enjoy it. Every single lash that I place on there, I enjoy it. And if you're not in that mindset of enjoying it, then why are you doing it? You know?
mm-hmm.
So for me when I first started lashing, wispies were barely coming around, and
Yeah.
I was like, I am gonna be a badass wispy lash artist. Like that was my mindset. I was like, I don't care if I don't even know how to do volume.
I
I'm gonna
just did
get it
my
done.
first whiskey set. Like, I today was like my first actual whiskey
Yes.
set, like where I used like longer ones, like 3 mm or long, like the spikes.
Yeah.
Like, today was my actual, and I love the way it came out. Like, it came out so good.
They're
I'm like proud
so
of
much
that.
fun. Oh, I'm so proud of
Yes, and
you.
actually, your method, when I saw, I've tried it on a few people. The layers, the lash, the hybrid set in layers, where
Mhm.
you do the spikes first, then the classic, then the fans.
Yes.
That method has worked so great for me. Like, I've
It's so
tried it on a few
easy.
people, and it comes out so amazing, and it's like
Mhm.
quick.
Fast,
Like, of
effortless.
course, it's not like really, oh my god, 1, 2, 3, you're done. But it
Yeah.
it saves me a lot of time,
It saves
because
you a
that's
lot
another
of
issue I had, like layers.
meeting. Yes.
Seriously, but thank you so much. This was so much
Thank
fun.
you.
I'm glad we did this.
Thank you for taking the time, even though it took us a little longer.
I know, I know. That was kind of my fault.
It's okay.
Thank
Okay.
you so much for having me.
Oh, thank you.
I
Thank you for
really
reaching
enjoyed this.
out.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're
I'll
welcome.
keep in touch though.
Okay, we're besties now.
Yeah, Lash. Yep, we all have to be.
Yes. All right.
Thank you so much.
You're
Take care.
welcome. Thank you. Take care. Bye bye.
Bye.
Alright guys, what did you guys think of Brie? Isn't she the sweetest? Oh my god, I really enjoyed our conversation. It was just so funny. It was a total vibe. Talking about the struggles of lashing curly lashes, it just had me going. So if you guys like today's video, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification button so you guys don't miss out on other lash content that I have for you guys. And if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to go follow Brie on Instagram and show her some love. Let her know that you watched today's video and you really enjoyed it. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram as well. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.
Tell me